Hey, what's up, guys? This is adreN. I play CSGO for Team Liquid, and Team Razer sent me a bunch of questions to answer for you guys. So, starting off here, question number one, tips for average players on how to improve. That's a super popular question that a lot of people personally ask me since I have a YouTube channel where I give tips. So if you want to check that out, adreN TV. But I mean, the biggest thing for players is just playing. Honestly, just grinding through, playing a lot of Counter-Strike. And Counter-Strike really a game where like you have to make the mistakes yourself, so that next time you're in that situation, you know how to improve. So it's all about trial and error. You know, you lose, and then you take the experience from the losses. And next time that you're in those games, you'll see like, hey, I played it last time like this and I lost, so this time I'm gonna try something new. And if it works, you can kind of develop like which works, what doesn't work. So I think that's the best way to improve for new players is just playing as much as you can and figuring out why you lost the round. Next time, trying to do something different to see if it helps you win. Next question is thoughts on the M4A1S nerf and how it may change the meta. Yeah, it definitely changed the meta a lot. Where pretty much, I mean, there's a lot of pros that went back to the M4A4, which is the non-silenced Colt, and there's only like a couple people that still use the M4A1S. I've been trying out the silenced Colt a little bit more. Since I play middle on a lot of the maps, it's a lot of long-range spots, so I think the accuracy might help me there, but I'm not fully sure if I'm going to stick with it or not. I definitely don't think that the changes are done for the M4s. I think there'll still be some kind of changes, whether it be to the M4A4 or the A1S. I don't think the changes are finalized right now, so I would expect maybe some changes in the future, but I'm not positive on that. What is my favorite gun in map in CS? My favorite gun is probably the AWP, and my favorite map used to be Inferno, but I've just really started to dislike Inferno. My favorite map right now is probably Cache. Cache is like an awesome map, like T-sided, there's so many options to do, CT-sided, there's so many setups you can do with your team. I think Cache is like the perfect Counter-Strike map. So shout out to Volcano. How do you mentally prepare before your games? The best way to mentally prepare, honestly, is to just actually prepare, right? So, like, just like going into a test, if you know the questions and the answers, you're going to be so much more relaxed knowing that, like, you know what's coming, and it'll just help you, like, be more relaxed. And I think just actually preparing helps you mentally more than anything else, other than just, like, you know, trying to get in the zone, listen to some chill music or whatever, but I think just actually preparing helps you mentally. How do you feel about going to the major coming up here, DreamHack Cluj? It's actually my first major with Team Liquid. This will be my third major overall, but super excited to get some Team Liquid stickers. We haven't had them in the game yet, so super excited about that. So it's going to be really fun, and it's Nitro's second major, Hiko's like fourth or fifth, I'm not sure about that one. It'll be Elige's first major, and Fugly's first major as well. So super excited to be there with the team, and there's so much competition at this major, it's seriously insane, so it'll be fun as crap. How have the team roles inside Liquid changed since Hiko joined? So the actual roles haven't really changed at all when we swapped Flowsick for Hiko. Honestly, it's been more of like, okay, we got a new player in. Hiko stepped in for us. So we just broke it down a little bit further and was like, okay, Nitro, you're the entry fragger, and John, you're support entry fragger. So anytime we go into a bomb site, Nick, we need you in front. Like, we just made everything a little bit more crisp on what we're doing. Like, me and Hiko will be third, fourth in, and we're going to help support Nick and John by throwing flashes, getting smokes up, and allowing them to enter in the site and open up the bomb site for us. So I think we just took a step back, reanalyzed everything, and we're like, hey, Nick and John, you guys need to be going in first every time, and me and Hiko will do our best to support you, while Jacob is full-time lurk now. It changed up a little bit. Our previous fifth was lurking a little bit, and Jacob was coming in with us, so I think we just redefined the roles a little bit more clearly for everyone, and that just makes everyone more comfortable when we actually execute. Could you run us through the daily life of a professional CSGO gamer, CSGO player? It's different between some of us. Like me and Hiko, we're full-time CS right now, so during the day we either stream or prepare for practice, or I have a YouTube channel that I make videos for, so we're always super busy. Like Nick and John actually go to college still, so during the day they go to classes and then come on for practice at night. But yeah, it's different from player to how can a player be noticed in the pro scene? I would say pretty much every player that's come up through that's in the pro scene has came up through the ranks themselves, right? Very rarely do like the pros see someone and then just pick them out of like the amateur scene, right? Like myself and a lot of my other teammates, they went through the league like ladders themselves and worked their way up to pro with a team. Like they didn't just get invited to the pro scene, right? So like myself, I stayed with like a group of 5 guys. For the longest time, we went through the open, which is like the lowest you can go. Then there's intermediate, main, forget what there is now, premier, and then professional. So, you know, if you do good in open, you go to IM, you do good in IM, you go to main, and then maybe once you're doing good in premier, or, yeah, I wouldn't say you'd get noticed in main. Once you get pretty good in premier with a team, then you might get picked out of the scene into the pro scene. But the best way is just to find teammates or friends that have the same goal as yourself and just try to work your way up through the ladder. That is like the only way, one of the very few ways that you'll get into the pro scene. North America is slowly catching up to Europe in terms of competition in CSGO. What advice would you give to the Asian community with regard to improving at the highest level, and what are your views on the Asia's competitive scene? That's a super tough question, because I mean, really, it's really hard to practice with other good teams to practice against, right? Which was some of the problems with North America. There wasn't enough good teams for us to actually keep playing against each other to actually build competition. So that's just going to take a lot of discipline out of themselves and actually going to the server, just grinding out executes on how to play, because if they don't have much competition to play against, they really have to do the dirty work and just get into the server and really just go over practice. That's going to take a while to build, like it is with North America. Like, you have to have organizations backing players so people can go full time. That's a super tough question, but I hope Asia gets into the CSGO scene more. Dream team excluding your current Liquid teammates. I'm gonna have to go with my boy AZK. Hopefully he gets back into the scene here. Pick up an opper. We'll pick up Skadoodle. Yep, best op. Pick up a lurking get right, and then a 4th. I mean, we would need like an entry fragger. Not really sure who I'd get for that, but maybe like a. Since it's not a real team, we'll just get an Olafmeister and call it a day. What's your view on skin betting in CSGO? I don't mind skin betting. I think it's pretty cool. I think the positives outweigh the negatives for sure. And it's just like football. Like, people on Sunday play like fantasy rosters, bet money. It just adds a little bit more excitement for the fans to watch and bet on their favorite team. There are some negatives, obviously, if people think like you're losing on purpose, or you know, like, hey, like I bet all my money on you and you lost, you suck. But I think it's cool to add something for the fans to do and like interact with the games. And like I said, I think it has more positives than negatives, and it's pretty cool. But obviously, I can't bet since I'm a pros aren't all to bet. But all right, guys, that is it. Thanks to Team Razer for the video. Bye.